Thank you. Microphone's on? Good. Hi, everybody. I'm Neil Stevenson, and I work for a company called Hazelcast. The logo's there in the background. So what we do distributed data storage and data compute in the one platform. If you like, that's our uniqueness, is that we blend these two things together so you don't have any delays due to things like networking. It's all in one solution, so there's less moving parts. So what we really do is we power intelligent applications, and we'll come to this in a minute. The company's been running since just before 2012, and if you stand on the balcony and look out the window, you can see offices of our customers. They're all at Canary Wharf, they're at Bank, they're all over the place. Hazelcast customers are worldwide. So, a bit like a TED Talk, I'll ask a question. How long does it take your eye to blink? So the answer turns out to be about 200 milliseconds. So when you're dealing with things for people, that's how fast it needs to be for it to appear instant. You can be faster, and that's good, and particularly if you're doing like automated trading, high-frequency trading, but you certainly don't want to be slower. And speed is really the message I'm trying to get over today. I want to talk about machine learning and really just come back to that one message. Think of it like a game show when you've got to buzz in with your answer. You've got to be first, and you've got to be first with the right answer. Those are the two things that matter. You've got to be correct in the moment. Your window of opportunity is very small. I'll give you a genuine example. We have a customer, so what they used to do when somebody went to the ATM to take out money, if they didn't have enough, you maybe offer them a loan. So they get an email or whatever a couple of hours later. They swapped that using Hazelcast to instant. You're getting an SMS while you're at the ATM. You don't have enough money, how about a loan? Their increase in loan originations was 400%. So nobody's really surprised that if you do it faster, it's more successful. There's a number. 400%. Here's another number. We've done a benchmark where we did 1 billion transactions in a second. So, 3.6 trillion an hour. We did that on 45 machines that cost 50p an hour each. Your infrastructure cost doesn't necessarily need to be high. This runs on commodity hardware. This example here, it's running out in the cloud. And what we're talking about here, if you see down the right-hand side, there's various messages streaming. When people are interacting with websites, you can capture what they're doing, their clicks, their mouse movements. If you feed that into machine learning, you can predict what they're going to do. Are they going to do this? Can I influence them to a certain action? They're going to buy, fine. They're wavering, discount. Quite simply, if you do that in the moment, you can change somebody's mind while they're running, while they're doing these things. So this is what this example is. There's just some random events that would be happening on your website. You've got thousands of customers, hopefully, millions of customers. If you have that running on Hazelcast, you might have 5 machines. 5 machines may be processing 10,000 transactions per second, so 50,000 transactions per second. 10 machines, 100,000 transactions. You just scale up and down your hardware as you need. So really, the key thing in this diagram at the top is response time. If you don't get your answer out in time, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. And at the bottom, we're actually running 3 machine learning algorithms, and we're assessing them for their accuracy. 3 algorithms, triple the hardware. You take a consensus, you get a more accurate answer. So again, there's that balance point around hardware versus accuracy. You can run more hardware, get more accuracy, and it costs you a bit more money. You get more sales. Work out which number matters to you. So just to kind of wind up, because we've only got 2 more minutes left, Hazelcast is used for things like fraud detection. Sometimes you might not have 1 billion transactions per second, but you've got a set period of time. When you tap and pay a credit card, you've got to validate that transaction for fraud. If you can do your fraud processing quickly, you can do 2 fraud rules, 3 fraud rules, 100 fraud rules. You'll find more fraud. You'll lose less money. We've got customers doing that, and they're saving themselves, 8-figure sums annually. So that's kind of the message. It's about speed, and it's about scalability. All the LTs you have to consider, you've got availability, reliability, securability, if that's a word. These are all things that Hazelcast provides, trusted by quite a few financial organizations. I'm sure you can find people using Hazelcast that you know, because we've been about for a while. But the key thing really is what you need to do is forget about overnight batch. You need your answers right now when you're assessing the stock market, what's happening in the market right now, not what happened overnight, what's happening now. What are people doing on your website right now? What are customers trying to do? What are they navigating for? What is happening now? And now means 200 milliseconds or faster, or 100 milliseconds. I don't know how long it really takes your eye to blink. It will depend how tired you are, but it's not long. So that's the message, is that real time is not long. You have to be fast. If you're fast enough, then you have to be accurate. And accuracy is just around processing, and processing is just around hardware. Your workload, you can spread across multiple machines. If you've got 10 machines, you can do twice the work that 5 machines can do, and it costs you twice as much. That's the way hardware is costed. And of course, runs in the cloud, as this example does here. Now, we'll be at booth over at the back, so you can come see us in 10 minutes. We can give you different demos, tell you more about Hazelcast. You can download all the kind of stuff on our QR codes and so on. But just to kind of finish, you don't want to forget availability, your 7 nines uptime, geographic replication, all those kind of important parts for your business. That's all there, all your DR. But what's important is about being fast. Nobody will tolerate an overnight email anymore. You want an answer then and there. And that, bing, is my answer, so I'm out. Thank you.